Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining our Mattie TV channel. It's a pleasure to have you guys here with me. Today's topic is going to be about living a gay lifestyle. I have a young man here by the name of Steve. Steve, would you like to say hello?
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here as well.
Thank you.
And my pleasure. Okay, so my first question is going to be, when did you know you had feelings for the same sex?
I knew probably like third, fourth grade.
Third or fourth grade. That was very young.
It was.
And the second question is, at what age did you accept that you were the way you are?
Probably didn't accept it until I was like 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever encountered a sexual experience with a female?
I have.
What was it like?
It was okay. It wasn't anything that was like special or anything like that. It was just doing it to do it kind of thing. So.
And how old were you again when you encountered this experience?
This was like from 8th grade to probably my senior year.
Oh, you have been getting it on for a while.
You could say that, sure.
I'm sorry, but
No,
okay. And so, is it something that you would want to do again?
Absolutely not.
Wow. Okay. So, to me, that wasn't a good experience.
No. I mean, it was what it was, but it wasn't something that I got any type of like real pleasure out of.
Okay, so my next question is: have you ever been encountered a relationship with a married man before?
Uh,
Yeah. Okay, and tell me a little bit about that if you don't mind.
well, I didn't know he was married from the beginning,
Okay.
but I found out he was married probably a year into the relationship that we had. So it was cool until I found out he was married. So I didn't know he was married at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
And how often do straight men try to talk to you?
More often than I would like it.
More often? Could you be a little more
Um,
detailed?
it happens a couple times in passing, like in a month.
Do you think that being gay is something that was planned?
I believe that it was the right natural way for me to be. I mean, no one actually plans to be gay, so
And what are your thoughts about God creating Adam and Eve?
he created Adam and Eve.
And that's
That's my thoughts.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
I want to be a little taller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I want to be like 6 foot my whole life, so that's probably it.
I'm going to ask you another question, and then from that, I'm going to step aside and allow another young lady that I have here. She has questions to ask you as well.
Okay.
Okay, so my next question would be, now, with all the sexual diseases and things like that, HIV and things like that that are out here, what is your intake on that? How do you feel about that?
That, especially around this time, it's a lot out there, and I feel like people should get tested more often than they actually do. But I feel like a lot of people don't.
And do you practice safe sex?
I do.
And how often do you get tested?
I get tested at least every 3 to 4 months, depending on like if I'm really active in sexual activities.
Okay. Understood. So are you currently in a relationship?
I'm not.
Why not?
Um, it's complicated. Part of me doesn't want to be in one right now. Part of me is trying to work out something with somebody else that I used to talk to, so it's kind of complicated.
Okay. And I'm going to ask this last question again. As I said, I have my next guest.
Oh,
So, do you want kids? If so, what are your plans?
I do want kids with somebody else.
Okay.
I haven't thought that far. I don't know if it's going to be adoption or if I want to go the route of insemination or stuff. I don't know how exactly it will happen, but I do know I want kids.
Okay, so with that being said, I have another guest that I'm going to have come and sit, and she's going to ask a few questions as well. If you could, please give Miss Wanda a warm welcome to the panel.
Hi, Steve.
Miss Wanda, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, my name is Miss Parker. I just want to ask a few questions and I'm gonna get out of here and let Steven continue on with his day. Okay. Um, I know Mattie had asked you before about Adam and Eve,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to ask you that again. How did you feel about, in the Bible where God has it where he created Adam first and then he brought Eve in? I want you to answer that again for me.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah. How do you feel about that and by you being a gay man?
I understand where the whole thing comes from. I understand where the whole how people believe, it's supposed to be Adam and Eve, not Adam and Eve, as people say, or whatever, as far as reproduction and stuff like that. I just don't think that I feel any type of way, one way or the other about it, because I can only live my life, my
Absolutely.
truth. So I can only say that yes, that's how it was supposed to be done and created and stuff like that. But I also believe that he created me in his perfect image. So
Absolutely.
whatever that image is that he created, that's what it is. So who am I to fight it?
Right. But don't get me wrong, because God loves us all, regardless of what we do. And I just wanted to ask that question. Another thing that I wanted to ask you about your father being a pastor, right? Was it very hard for you to come out to your father, being so that he go by the book, by the Bible, where it says that God created Adam and Eve?
Right.
So I know it was very hard for you.
Growing up was, I actually came up to my mom first. She basically already knew, kind of walked me through and then try to teach me or walk me through the process of having a conversation with him, which never went well. We had many fights and arguments about it since I actually came out. But now we are to a point where he can accept it, me being me for me.
Absolutely.
Like it wasn't like I'm just playing around or I'm too young to understand stuff. It's more so now he can accept it. So therefore we are in the better terms. But growing up, it was pretty horrible.
But it's just not even with the gays, because we all have kids and I have kids too. Neither one of them are gay, but it's things that they do that I don't accept. I accept them because they're my children. I can't turn my back on them because there's a lot of things that they used to do I didn't like. But I still had to love them because they're my children.
Correct.
So I understand that point right there too. But one more thing I would like to ask you, and that is that I don't want you to go around feeling some type of way, because the people don't accept it because of what the Bible said. Because I know it's a lady out there, her name is Sophia Ruffin. She was a gay woman. I mean, she looked like a man and she lived her lifestyle as a man, but she's a woman and she's all over the world. And I don't know if you ever heard of her before, but they call her the comeback kid. What she do is go out into the streets, into the highways and byways, and she go bring those ones in that have been affected. And when I say affected, because we believe, that the spirit of the enemy, sends, certain things out to people to attack them, and that was one. And by her being a gay woman, and now she's not, that she recognized that was the spirit of the enemy that was over her life. And now she's back, as a woman, living her life as a woman, and she's going all over the world preaching the gospel about the enemy, how he have, how he out here making people think that they gay. And I understand that your father is a preacher, so the attack wasn't even on you. The attack was on your father, because of the word that he had to preach. So, the enemy, he's so tricky, he'll go through your kids. So that's just what I believe too. But I just want to let you know that I love you. I don't care what you do, and I'm not judging nobody, because who am I? Ain't nobody to judge nobody, because I ain't perfect, and I don't even want to talk to no perfect people. You hear me? So, and I just want you just to know that I love you.
I appreciate it.
No matter what. I'm asking questions, because the people want to know, and there's people out there that's lost that don't understand who they are or whatever. But my belief does not change that I love you as a friend,
Gotcha.
I don't accept it, and you don't accept some things that I do,
I understand.
but I still love you, and it don't change,
right.
But it's a lot of people that really do believe that that's a spirit, that being gay is a spirit.
And people do believe that.
Right. Do you?
No,
You don't?
no.
You think it's a natural, normal thing? It's just a
I
question
can only tell by my experiences, and it is.
to you.
To me, of course.
Your
I
opinion.
mean, everybody has their own opinion.
Absolutely.
And everyone has their own how they feel about stuff, and I accept everyone else's
Absolutely.
opinions and how they feel about any particular topic, but I can only speak for me, myself, and I.
Absolutely.
And for that, I can only tell you, hey, if you could say, hey, for spirit, you can get rid of the spirit, whatever case may be, I understand that. That's your position, and that's whoever's position. That's perfectly fine. I just don't believe that because
So I have a question. Not to cut you off.
Mhm.
So if you believe, if I just asking a question, if I could take you to a pastor, you know,
Mhm.
and I know that this pastor has the power in him where he can, you know, where he can reverse this thing. Is this a question?
What?
Would you be willing to like go? It's just a question.
That no, because with my father, he took me to pastors that can quote unquote reverse whatever what needs to be reversed.
I mean, I'm
That's
just
always
no.
that's no. I'm just saying that's always my position with it is yeah, you can take me anywhere you want.
No, that was just a
There's
question.
people that take people to therapy where they get shocked all the time to change.
Yeah, but you
It's same
can't.
difference.
Therapy is something that you go to class for that they learn. You know, it is. You know,
And
when people
and
take
if you
people
think
to therapy,
about
let me finish what I gotta say. Then I'm gonna let you finish. But therapy is something like they go to school for that. You know, I'm talking about somebody that walked and talked and did the same things that you're doing, and they've been reversed. That's what I'm saying.
I don't believe that. I don't. I just don't prescribe to that medicine.
Okay.
But
No problem.
I mean, like I said, I respect everybody else's opinion on that
Absolutely.
subject. I just don't believe that's a true thing because I don't believe it's a thing you can just get rid of.
Okay.
It's not a thing you can just pray it away or a thing you can just
Your opinion.
talk about. Of course, I'm only talking about
Yeah,
my
right.
opinion. Everybody else has their opinion, and I expect everybody else's opinion, but I just can only speak for me, like I said.
Okay.
And that's all I do.
Agreed.
But if other people think they can do that, and if people go and get, as you say, reversed or whatever, respect. If that's what you want to do, and that's how you feel you want to live, and you want to do that, I respect anyone that wants to do that. That's not for me, and I'm okay.
Well, you is entitled to do whatever you want to do, young
Absolutely.
man.
Thank you.
That's your damn. But you are entitled to do whatever you want. But it was only a question.
I know, I understand.
Okay.
I just think it's always different perspectives. Everyone has an opinion. I've learned as I grew up that everyone's opinion is not necessarily wrong because that's their opinion.
Right.
However, I just have my own.
Right.
My own
And you're
can't be
entitled
changed.
to believe or
'Cause
say
I'm
whatever
ready.
you want.
And right, and I'm like, if you felt like you was this way for a minute and now you're not no more, and you went somewhere and you not that.
Yeah, because you know,
fine.
because what I'm telling you is that the life that I lived before, when I was out there selling drugs and doing all kinds of crazy things, I was reversed. I had to go get prayed for. You hear me? I had to get that thing up out of me because that thing went right. So when I say reverse, I'm saying that because that's old, that's gone. I'm no longer that person anymore. No, I wasn't never gay. No, I have never walked in your shoes before. But I can tell you about the old me. That I knew that it wasn't nothing but God, and I knew it wasn't nothing but prayer.
No, I understand that. We all have old me.
No, I'm just saying.
I know.
So I know prayer changes things. So that's just where I am.
I believe it 100%.
Right.
I'm not saying that I don't think that's a wrong perspective to have. I honestly believe that prayer changed a lot of things in my life too.
Absolutely. But I'm not just saying that. But what I'm saying is, when I say reverse, because I've been reversed from the world, the things that I used to do, I no longer do no more. So what I'm saying is that I know, I know prayer changes things.
Right.
Because if it had not been for God, I wouldn't be sitting right here beside you right now.
100%, yeah.
So. But anyway,
I agree with the premise. I just don't agree with the premise with that with regards to my lifestyle. I don't agree with that premise. Okay. I believe in prayer. I believe in a lot of things. I read my Bible. I do a lot of things. I just don't think you just one day because I didn't choose. I don't think I was like, hey, one day I just want to be gay. Like that's not something that you want to be. But it is what it is, and therefore Absolutely. I don't feel like you can just go and get changed. And people that do, if they believe that, that's fine. I just don't believe it.
But I mean, I know some people that it happens to,
and that's absolutely their thing. Yeah. I know a lot of famous people that did the same thing, and that's cool. And now they're straight, and that's fine. and respect to them.
What does that mean when they do that? Like when now that they're straight, like they really ain't. I mean, I just don't believe
it. I know a lot of people that, say they used to be gay their whole entire life. Now they're straight again.
But you're entitled to live your life and do whatever you want to do, because that life right there belongs to you, because you only get one. And if that's what you choose to do, that's what you need to do. That's your business. But we just out here trying to help the people, And I just want to let people know that there's some people out there that have been changed from that.
That's fine. I respect that.
They've been changed. Prayer changes things.
I believe that.
It do. I just want people to know. Prayer changes things. And I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it because I love you. Give me a hug. Come on, give me a hug, Brian.
I'm not saying nothing that you're saying.
But I'm just saying, I want to let some people know out there that don't know what I believe. My belief that the thing is a spirit. Not the thing, but the sexuality thing. It's a spirit. Because the things that I was doing out there in that life, that was a spirit. The devil was trying to take me out. He was trying to kill me. The devil only want to come steal, kill, and destroy. And that's what he tried to do to me. And if it wasn't for God and if it wasn't for the prayers, I wouldn't be here now. So I'm a full believer of prayer changes things. But you got to be willing. When I even started going up in the church, I wasn't willing to sit up in there. I'm like, why are these people hopping all around and no one doing all this stuff right there? Because I had to get rid of some things in my heart in order for God to move. You have to be willing too. And come on, I love you. Come on, get up here. You read the Bible. What does the Bible say about a man there with a man and a woman there with a woman?
Okay, so the question is, what does the Bible say about the same sex laying with each other?
He reads the Bible.
In regard, this question.
It says basically it's a abomination. It is, they destroyed the whole city because of it.
Absolutely.
I understand all that.
When the men was knocking on the door,
100%.
When they was knocking on the door, and he said, "Open the door." He said, "Because I want to sleep with you men." And he said, "No, I got some women in here." He said, "No, we don't want to sleep with you women. We want to sleep with you men." And then, what Jesus said? Go and get your family gone. He put that. He said, "I'm destroy the whole town." He put that thing around he put that bright light around the house.
They giving us church in here, y'all.
No, but that's true.
It is.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what do you feel?
What you want me to do about that though?
No, I'm saying, being as though you referenced the Bible.
Like I said, I read the Bible. I
have to be willing, so you don't follow the Bible.
What about people who
You agree with the Bible?
I agree.
Really?
I agree with things in the Bible. I feel like that the Bible is a true book, but I just feel like there's bits and parts where how you break up Old Testament and New Testament. Not saying, hey, the Bible's wrong or whoever wrote it, but it was written by man.
You believe in God?
But either you believe, to me, and this is just my perspective, you either believe in the Bible or you don't believe in the Bible. You can't take bits and pieces of what's convenient for you.
How you tell me to do?
No, this is my opinion.
Okay, so now it's been opened up for a debate.
Let me say this right here. It's a difference now when you got the spirit living inside of you. You can't tell me that you don't. You can tell me you don't believe in God, but I don't.
But I
buy
believe in
God.
God.
I know that God is real.
All right, so how could you tell him he can't believe in?
No. I didn't say that.
No, I'm talking about Tanisha.
I didn't tell him that.
No. You can't tell him he can't believe in bits and pieces and then say, "Oh, it's just my opinion." You telling him.
You just said you do or you don't. But you did say that.
I did say that, but this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I believe a person cannot. But I'm not saying, Stephen, you're not allowed to believe. Blah 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 blah. I started off by saying this is my opinion. So that means
I believe that.
I believe, but I said, but this is my opinion, correct? Did I say that?
You said it afterwards.
It don't matter when I said it. I cleared it up by saying
that's true.
This is just my
and that's your opinion. And I was telling Wanda, I understand where you're coming from with that the whole thing. And I'm not saying that stuff never happened or it's whatever. It's okay. That's great. It happened. I read it in the Bible. There's some preachers that are false prophets and sit up here and only want to hone on that one little story, and that's great. It's so evil, but at the end of the day, it's the same difference as you covering somebody else's wife or husband, or you doing murder or whatever case may be.
Correct.
That's fine. And that's what I grew up on, going in church every single day. That's what I've been taught. That's great. How I read it, interpret it, and how I look at it and love God for myself, and me being gay, it doesn't equate to the same thing to me. Because for me, I didn't choose. I'm not choosing. You can go out and choose to murder somebody or whatever. I'm not choosing to be gay. I always said when I was younger, if I could been, I would have been straight. That just wasn't why. That wasn't my calling for whatever reason. Does that mean, oh, because I'm gay, I can't love the Bible or love God or go to church and all that other stuff? I don't think so. And I hate when people, and not saying you, I'm just saying like when, church people, they be like, hey, you can't really love God and be gay.
I've never heard
Well, can I say this? So okay, so if I was like a mass murderer, could I just lean on the Bible? Could I just go out and kill people, but lean on the fact that I love God, but I still read the Bible? Does it make it okay?
I don't think that me being gay is.
No, I'm not referencing it to you being gay, and I'm not saying
you could be a mass murderer.
I'm just saying in the aspect of you said you're gay, and you said you know what the Bible says, and you said that you still like read the Bible, you love God. So if I was like a murderer, so we know what the Bible says, but you know how you feel and you have your own opinion. So we know what the Bible says about murdering somebody or committing adultery or committing blasphemy. Like we know all of that. So long as I love God and I read the Bible, does it make it okay?
I don't know how to answer that.
I can answer it.
This ain't about you.
But I mean, then nobody should be talking because it's supposed to be about
everything.
Well, we're taking questions and answers as well. We're taking questions and answers as well. Thank you.
So my question to
Nigga
you
love an argument though. He love a debate. Go ahead.
All right. So what about the people who that they don't have to be a mass murderer? Let's just say it's just like you got rappers or people just sinning all the time, but they always still feel like they win an award. The first thing they do is they thank God. But you've been rapping about killing this person, that person. So people rap about killing, but
So they rap about it or they actually kill it.
But I'm saying, like, this is the point. It's still some form of, because you got people that you influencing that could want to go out here and kill somebody. And it's people out here that still do that, but still feel like they still pray to God, and they feel like, it's killers out here that still pray to God. So how you feel about that?
I do.
We all having a conversation.
But I don't know. I don't know.
But I'm saying, like,
but the topic is about Stephen, living a gay life. So that's the reason why we on that right there.
So
That's because it's about
that's why I
nobody is judging.
That's why I referenced
killers though.
No, I only referenced that. I'm not. That wasn't the topic. Yeah, but now you're taking it to a different topic, a different subject. I didn't. It was just simply to counter what he said.
I'm countering what you're saying.
So either way, whether we talking about murders, whether we talking about adultery, whether we talking about lying, whatever sin we talking about committing, I'm just saying, if you read the Bible and if you know you love God, does that make it okay? It's simple. Now, as far as what the rappers do, what they preaching, what they teaching, I don't know. And if they was here, I would ask them that question. But it was just a general
I just don't
question.
think that it's a right or wrong.
Period.
I feel like if it's a choice that you're doing,
you don't think you chose?
I never chose. Because there's no way in heck you want to be in 3rd, 4th grade. Black and dude don't even know what that means. There's no way in heck you want to be in middle school.
I believe you see it somewhere. I believe
see it where?
You may not know. You know what I mean?
All I know is church.
Something could have happened to you beyond your memory.
The only thing I know is church 3 days out the week. The only thing I know is I'm in a perfect house.
That's all you know, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't put that on it because I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, well, that happened to me when I was a
because you may not know. It may have been something that was put on you from a young age.
And everyone goes onto that and say that, and that's fine. But I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not.
Going that way. And I believe that you can fix it. If you just like, okay, not fix it. And I'm sorry. No, seriously, because that is definitely, I don't mean that. Somebody can say I need to be fixed because I like a man. You know what I'm saying? It's on your own preference. But I'm saying that, okay, so maybe I did drugs. And I chose to do the drug, but I didn't choose to be addicted to it. But it's my choice to decide that, okay, I'm going to fight through this addiction and I'm not going to do drugs no more.
But do you do drugs?
Kind of. Yeah, well, yeah. But I'm just saying, we all got a choice, and that's what I feel. As far as God, you love God, you a God-fearing man. We know that God gave us choices. We know that we have free will. So if you truly want to check, if you want to, you believe what you believe, you are who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we all pick and choose. Now,
I would say this.
Let me ask you this question.
Hold on, I would say this. Now, when I first came out to my parents, it was a big old thing, like a big old thing. Like that's not cool. That ain't nothing. Like we went to therapy, went to this, went to that, went to a lot of different places where it was basically like, we're gonna change you, or we're gonna, make you whatever, because you may just be
going through something.
Yeah, you must be acting out or whatever. That's 4 or 5 years of that. But it's just like after that, if it's still not at this point, it's like we're taking you these places to change your whole lifestyle. Did you have a
willing spirit while they was doing that? Was you willing to do it?
I didn't. But the whole thing was,
just a question.
I knew that early that I was attracted to dudes. Right. I didn't know what that entailed, or what that meant. I didn't know what the word gay meant. So did I not want to feel these type of ways because it's not normal? Because I'm going to church every day, and I know this is not quote unquote normal to the church world or whatever. My parents are like pastors. Like, this is not things I wanted to do. So yeah, I went in there completely ready to be like, okay, if you could just lay your hands on me, or you could just put a little oil on me or whatever, like my father would do every single day to pray to get away. And if it never worked, yeah.
Can I ask a question? So have you ever got in the female chicks? No. Have you ever
I've had sex with females.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had sex with females. All throughout high school, I had it. It just wasn't something that I'm going to be honest and say that it was something that I knew to do. It wasn't something I was like, yeah, I'm about that life and I like it. Or it was like something that I got off, but it was like, you just getting off. It wasn't like I enjoyed it.
Did you say you did enjoy it?
I did not enjoy it.
You didn't enjoy it, so
she ain't do it right.
Yeah, maybe she ain't. That's what.
But that was because I only had sex with one female. No, I had sex with a couple females. So nobody did it right.
You did it from one grade to the next. Let me ask you this question. So the question that I need to ask you is this, and it may have already been asked, but I didn't get the answer for this. But if given the opportunity to be with a female again, would you want to just try to see if it's the same?
No, because I'm not.
He said, no. No.
Because as now that I'm grown, I know that's not something I could do. I'm not sexually attracted to a female, like in a sexual manner to actually have sex with them. Now I could.
But how can you tell me that? But then I've heard you mention being attracted to breasts.
I like. Listen, I would never say a female is not attractive, and that's fine. I'm someone I will never have sex with females.
But you. Because
okay. I'm not sex.
Now, for a straight woman, we may see a butt, right?
Okay.
And we'll be like, oh, she got a big butt, and you don't think nothing of it. Whereas a man will really put some thought behind it. We don't say we like butts, though. You say you like breasts.
I like butts.
You like butts and breasts.
Mm-hmm.
So you like women breasts?
I like breasts.
You like women.
I don't like women, and that's the premise that you always want to end up saying, but I don't. I really don't.
I think you confused.
I'm pretty sure that I know at this.
That's one thing I do say, though. I think that all gay people.
Yeah, I think
that's how every straight person thinks. But it wouldn't be a big topic because it wouldn't be like.
Been gay.
And that's what I was going to say. This switched over. Absolutely. That was what I was.
No, I think it has been gay.
Oh, okay.
All
right, guys.
Sophia Ruffin is one of the ones. You might need to look her up and look at.
I know you're talking about, and that's perfectly fine.
So when do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Okay, I do too. But I have also sinned against the Bible. I did things that was wrong against the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if you believe in the Bible, do you feel like that you're sinning against the Bible? I just said I do, because some things I don't always do right. So,
like I said before, I believe in bits and pieces of it.
Okay, do you believe in the part when
that whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I read it. It's in the Bible. That's great.
So do you
I think
believe it?
do I think we'll be condemned to hell because of it?
No,
I do not.
I didn't say that.
No, that's how deep it goes.
No, right, it does. But I just want to know, do you believe that part? It's not, you can't believe this
I wasn't
part and that
there,
part.
so I can't sit up here and say.
So what
yeah.
parts you do
in the Bible
believe
then?
in? Right, so what parts you do believe in?
I
believe in
do
the Bible
believe that happened, and I'm not saying nothing against it. I just don't think that has anything to do with me.
You're not being
Okay.
straightforward.
Okay, hold up,
That's
hold
what I don't
up.
get about people when they read the Bible. They only take bits and pieces.
This
If
is
it's
about
something
this.
that
Are you
don't, that's like me
comfortable,
cheating on my
or-
husband. No, but listen, that's like me cheating on my husband, right?
But everybody do that.
But because I cheated on, because I cheated on my husband, I'm gonna say the part of, I believe in everything else in the Bible except for the part about adultery.
Right.
I don't believe in that part. You know what
I
I'm
didn't say
saying?
I didn't believe that happened. I believe that whole
I'm
story.
just saying that's like me saying
But
I don't believe that that's gonna condemn me or
But I
that's
don't
what I'm-
believe
that's
that's
just
what
like what
you're
we're
saying.
saying
I
is,
really don't. I
like,
don't.
it's parts in the Bible that I have messed up in. I have messed
But you
up. I
can
have
really
repented.
admit that. Yeah.
And I said, okay, because
I'm
sorry,
gay.
I won't
What
do
else
it
you want me
again.
to say?
No,
I'm
Like,
not gonna say I'm not gonna go to hell. I'm gonna say
I don't
I'm gonna
believe
try to
that.
fix myself
I
and try
don't.
to do what I can do.
Keep using that word fix.
I said myself. I'm talking about me in reference to me cheating
But
on my
I
husband
don't
or me
feel-
lying or me being a murderer. I'm
That's
saying
what your
I'll repent and I'll do my. I'm not gonna say that I don't believe that I'm gonna go to hell because of that. I'm gonna say I believe in the Bible and I believe I'm gonna get myself together so I don't go to hell. I'm not gonna just discontinue that part of the Bible and say, well, I mean that happened then, but that don't mean I'm going to hell because that do mean I'm going to hell if I don't get right.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to know, my thing about the Bible is, like, who wrote the Bible?
Your mom.
You know what? All right.
Wait, I wasn't ready.
Oh, shoot.
All right, y'all. Well, it's been real. Anyway, this is what I want you guys to do. If you have any questions or comments, please send them to me. I'd like to thank Steve for joining my show. It was a pleasure having you here. And to all my viewers, I'm Mattie. Love you, and